Hey, Shalom, giving all praises to Yahweh by Shemi Hawashai, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. May Yahweh by Shemi Hawashai's peace be rested unto you, hopefully elect. I'm your brother Yahweh Call from Great Millstone, Orlando, and this is just real quick, because at the end of the day, a woman, which I got this here in Ecclesiasticus 30, 36, and 24, he that getteth a wife beginneth a possession, a help like unto himself, and a pillar of rest. So, again, at the end of the day, everything, and especially in this day and age that we're living in now, through the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai, where everything is returning to its origins, everything is returning to how it's supposed to be. And again, with that being included, the mental state of these women that have been, in particular these westernized women, all right, they've been westernized. All right, so I'm gonna grab this real quick in Isaiah 4, because I just wanted to make the point you see in this clip. And fair use, copyright disclaimer. I'm not making any type of monetary gain. This is just for informational purposes. So again, I'm gonna play this clip. So again, just making a point, because you see how what appeared to be a Shedamite, this random bugged out Jake, a legion, ran up to this random woman. And what was the first thing that she did? She sought the protection of a man. All right, and that is a woman's nature. And again, everything is returning to its origins. And with that being said, again, as a woman, which a woman means a female servant. All right. So with that being said, a woman being a possession of the man, well, hey, things like this, as things continue to turn up, as things continue to get worse out here. All right. And this is why the spirit has been out there. Isaiah 4:1, which I'm going to grab. I'm not going to grab verse 1, but I'm going to make this point in Isaiah 4, because as I was making a point, when it comes to these westernized women, these Babylonian women who have been totally, brainwashed. Isaiah 4, 4, when the Lord shall have washed away the filth of the daughters of Zion, and shall have purged the blood of Jerusalem from the midst thereof, by the spirit of judgment and by the spirit of burning. So there is a great humbling that's getting ready to take place. All right. America is going to be the worst place to be soon, Lord willing, sooner than soon. So, again, as the spirit of Isaiah 4:1 has been out there, all right, it's knocking on the door, and as things continue to get bad, as things continue to get worse, this brother's being the spirit, especially the spirit of discernment, because as I always say, there's going to be more women that get rejected than actually get accepted. So as Yahweh Bashima Shai has been building us up, preparing us, developing us, transforming our mind, and all things of that sort. All right, because this whole Captain Saberho spirit is going out the door. All right, so just get ready, because again, these women, man, they're about to flock to the men of the Lord, being that covering, right? As it says in Isaiah 32:1, behold, a king shall reign in righteousness, and princes shall rule in judgment. This is what's being raised up now as we speak. The elect men of the nation of Israel, starting with Yahweh Shai being the chief cornerstone. All right. It says, and a man shall be as a hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as a shadow of a great rock in a weary land. So basically, man, again, as men and men of Yahweh Bashim Shai, we conduct ourselves a certain way, all right? Because, these people in general, but especially these women, they're going to see that light. They already see it now. There's a certain spirit out there. There's a certain vibration out there, and we can feel it. The tide is getting ready to turn in our favor. All right. And, you hopefully elect brothers are about to be the best thing. Because like I said, a covert from the tempest, right? As rivers of water in a dry place. Listen, you're walking in the middle of a desert, and you see just a bottle of water. You're going to treat that bottle of water like the most special thing in the universe, man. So that's how the elect brothers are about to be. That's how we're about to be viewed, as it says in verse. Oh, Slacky, I meant to go to Isaiah 13. Isaiah 13 and 12. I will make a man, and again, an elect man of Yahweh Bashim Shai. All right, at that, as death is about to consume America. All right, again, those elect men, they're gonna be the best thing in the universe, especially when it comes to these women. We read it all the time with Ezekiel. Read it all the time at camp with Ezekiel 14 and 22. And behold, therein shall be left a remnant that shall be brought forth, both sons and daughters. Because, when it comes to that innumerable multitude, it's going to be men, women, and children, but mostly women. And that's why I say there's going to be more women getting rejected than actually getting accepted. It says, behold, they shall come forth unto you, and ye shall see their way and their doings. And ye shall be comforted concerning the evil that I have brought upon Jerusalem, even concerning all that I have brought upon it. And why is that? Because, again, wisdom, knowledge is going to be our stability in these days of evil, all right, that we're coming upon. Jacob's trouble, all hell is going to be breaking loose. And the elect men are going to have a certain level of stability, cool, calm, and collectiveness about them. Brothers are going to stand out. Brothers are going to shine. And again, while all hell is breaking loose on all sides, Yahweh Bashim Shai is going to protect and preserve his men. All right. And so you best believe, by nature, women, being the groupies that they are, hypergamistic that they are, this is what you're going to see. All right. This is what you're going to get. So she was about to run the other way until she seen this so-called black man, dark-skinned man. All right. Verse 23, and they shall comfort you when ye see their ways and their doings, and ye shall know that I have not done without cause all that I have done in it, saith the Lord power. So again, all right, the elect men are going to have a cool, calm, and collective nature about them. When it's all said and done, all hell's going to be breaking loose. Women, they're going to revert back to their nature, and that is to be a possession. All right, back in Isaiah 13 and 12, I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than a golden wedge of Ophir. All right, and when you go into that, it goes into the prize. All right, I had an end-up a couple of years ago. It was me and one of the brothers. out the camp, downtown, hit the strip, straight up come up, trying to spit game and this and that. She came up to me, and I entertained her for a few minutes, but one thing about a man of the Lord, or a man in general, man, hey, one thing about it, hey, we don't have to chase, all right? Stand your ground, all right? Again, walk in confidence. Yahweh Shema Shai, because this Eve was she thought I was gonna be all head over heels, but I'm just like, hey, long story short, man, she couldn't handle the masculine energy, So and I straight up told her, well, why are you still standing here? You came up to me, and she was trying to argue the point before she walked off. She just wanted to get that last word in, right? And, remember, I'm the prize. This is what she's telling me. Just remember, I'm the prize. Again, I straight up told her, well, if you're the prize, you came up to me, why are you still standing here? If it's too much, if I'm too much to handle, then you can just go up the street. So again, when you go into this, the Lord making a man more precious than a fine gold, it goes into that to beat the prize. All right, the elect men of the nation of Israel are the prize. All right, but a lot are going to find that out the hard way. All right, back in Ecclesiasticus 36 and 24, he that getteth a wife beginneth a possession, a help like unto himself, and a pillar of rest. Where no hedges, there the possession is spoiled, and he that have no wife will wander up and down mourning. So a lot of women are about to be without that hedge of protection, which is a scary thing. It's a fearful thing. Again, it's bad enough. The majority of these men in the society, they're moles, locked up. A lot of them are about to get shipped off to that World War III. And it's bad enough, women outdo men 7-1, right? There's already more women than men, which that's by design, all right? Because by nature, Yahweh Shema Shai created it. He set it up for men to have multiple women, So, like I said, man, as Babylon gets familiar with death, all right, that's going to be the new normal, right? The Lord's going to be deleting a lot of these so-called men. So again, just imagine how much more precious that's going to make a man of Yahweh Shema Shai. A man of Yahweh Shema Shai is already precious as it is. It's just our value is not valued yet. It's not seen yet, but it will be in the days to come. So, and that's why it's just a matter of just holding on, man, because it's coming. All right. Again, to echo the spirit that's already out there with Isaiah 4:1, it's knocking on the door. It's coming. And I'm gonna just put this out there too. Don't think this to be a cakewalk. It's not gonna be some rap video. I always tell brothers to enjoy your peace and quiet. All right, enjoy your peace and quiet. Right now, it's a luxury. Brothers be getting ghosted, right, and all that, man. Enjoy it now while you got it. Because if you're a jig like me, hey, I like my peace and quiet. I like my peace and quiet. I don't want to be bothered, but hey, for prophecy's sake, Lord willing, for prophecy's sake, these things are going to come to pass. So just get ready, because again, as shit continues to go to shit, these women, they're going to be looking for protection. All right, they're going to be looking for that covering. All right, so I just thought it was so spiritual, giving all praises to Yahweh Shema Shai. Shalom to you, hopefully,